Samma Sambuddha Desana Samma Sambuddha Lokasmin Samma Sambuddha Te Namo Vidya Charana Sampanno Passa Vidya Akasita Atita Nagatuppanno Vidya Charanate Namo Sugato Sugatattanang Sugato Sundaram Picha Nibbānam Sugating Yanti Sugato Namate Namo Lokaviduti Namena Atita Nagate Vidu Sankara Sattamokase Lokavidu Namate Namo Anuttaro Jnana Silena Yolokassa Anuttaro Anuttaro Pujalokasmin Tang Namasami Anuttaro Sarati Sarati Deva Yolokassa Susarati Sarati Puja Lokasmin Tang Namasami Sarati Devayakka Manusanang Loke Agga Palam Dadang Adantang Damayantanang Purisa Janyate Namo Bhagava Bhagava Yutto Bhangang Kilesavahato Bhangang Sansara Sanasumiran Doratu Verila Lo Satun Sit Sisil Veva Sielu Duk Dom Nas Nivila Daham Swadin Hada Nimewa Gatalu in the heater Nagena Taramata Visandu Matni Samagaeva Samadanaya Sisilativi Loka Samaya Udaveva Tunuruan Satu Guna Balin Loa Hama Dinatama Sapalabeva Varadi Adahasn Napuru Sitivili Mitten Sisil Balayin Makeva Loata Vadati Utum Jivita Budu Balin Boho Kaldineva Lo Pura Budu Sasuna Babali Loka Samaya Udaveva
First, I would like to pay my respect to Lord Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So I feel so cold. I'm going to put my hat on. Please excuse me for that. So first I would like to thank the Buddhist Paramita Buddhist Vihara and the Bantes, Venerable Dhamma Deva Rakitatero and Venerable Punyarata Tero for inviting me for this youth group, and also other Sangha members who are residing in that temple. May I pay my respect and seek permission to speak few words on behalf of the Dhamma. So, dear Putadua, today is our Poson Day. If you had noticed, the last night we had like the moon, full moon. So it's a full moon day. And this full moon day, the Poson Day, is an important day for Sri Lanka because Arahat Mahinda, Mihindu Maharahatan Mahanse, he came to Sri Lanka in a day like this. And planted the Dhamma seeds there. I was going to sneeze, so don't run away. It's only conducted by Zoom. This is why I'm wearing even the hat, because when I feel cold, I sneeze. So I have to cover my head and my ears. So going back to the topic, so today is the Poson Day, and out of the full moon days, this Poson Day is an important day for Sri Lankans because we believe it's in a day like that. Arahat Mahindra came to Sri Lanka and planted the Dhamma seeds there, and it's from there there was an exponential growth, and the Buddhism kind of got rooted in that country. The country just absorbed this beautiful philosophy, and they trained themselves, they learned the Dhamma and trained, and they lived a peaceful and a happy life as a result of making this beautiful teaching part of their life. So even today it's significant for us because nowadays we believe it's all the luxuries, the comforts, the technology, the wealth, the fame, the power, all this can bring us happiness. But it's proven that when we look back, actually none of that had given us the promised happiness. We are still unhappy, and one in three is really unhappy. That means really stressed. One in three has kind of a mental illness. Mental ill means living like the animals, experiencing a lot of immense physical and mental suffering, unhappiness, and not being able to control it, not being able to get rid of it. So human race is experiencing this unhappiness never like before. So a Dhamma like this can help us a lot to reorientate, to get closer to our human quest. Our human quest is to be peaceful and happy, but this journey with these developments, the technology and developing all these luxuries and you know where we went today with science, we thought we will get happiness, but we haven't got any. So it's very important that we really look into the right place where we can really get the peace and the happiness. So Buddha was pointing us into the right direction, that he pointed out it's not in these comforts, luxuries, the money, the wealth, the fame, the power can bring us happiness, but he pointed out it's all in the mind. If our mind is negative and unwholesome, it will create stress. If we are selfish, we are self-centered, we say we are very weak. As a result of this weakness, we experience suffering. If we can broaden our mind, if we can let go of this selfishness and learn to be selfless, learn to think that way, learn to act that way, learn to live a selfless life, and purify our minds from the selfishness, the greed, hatred, and delusion, we can find peace and happiness. That's what Buddha was showing us. And he did it practically. He lived his life by example, and then he showed it to us. So it's up to us now to follow the norm, the society, and get lost and be one of the statistics among that 1 in 3 having a mental illness, or we want to believe in our teacher, the Lord Buddha, and then follow his footsteps and live a peaceful and happy life and help others also to find the right way, to find the path to happiness the real way. So, I think last week we watched What the Bleep Do We Know, that movie. I wonder whether any of you had any questions from that. So we can start from that. Let me see how many of you are there today. So few of you are there. Wonder whether were you there last week watching that movie. Anyway, whether it's from the movie or anything, do you have any question? You can turn on your mics and ask me any question if you have any question, so we can divert our discussion to that direction. Let's have a discussion.
I have a question from the film.
Yes, can you speak a bit louder?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I have a question from the film. I'm not sure if I understood it properly, but
Hang on. Can you please talk slowly with the speed and speak a bit loud?
okay. So I have a question from the film.
From the film, yeah.
From the film, I'm not sure. I'm not very familiar with quantum physics, so I'm not sure if I've misunderstood. But they showed the part where it showed where the electrons were behaving as waves when they weren't being observed, and they were particles when they were observed. So then there was that one image where they showed the boy bouncing the basketball, but when she turned away, there were many basketballs bouncing. So is that suggesting that there's many forms of us as well, but because we're being, is it sort of like talking about an eye in the sky sort of thing, like there's only one of us because someone's watching us sort of thing? Maybe I'm thinking about it too much.
No, I mean, what it was showing, when they look into the energy level, the electrons, they can't really pinpoint the electron being in one place.
Okay.
So it's in multiple places at the same time. So it's a speedy movement. That's what it means, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So this energy movement, this frequency gets slows down. More it slows down, it becomes dense. So when it comes to the dense matter, like this physical form, to this atomic level, the dense matter means it has less energy. It has less, yeah, the energies are more compound, so it can't move much. You know, it's restricted.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens when we develop our mind, we actually free ourselves from this gross matter, and it goes into that kind of functioning in energy level.
Mm-hmm.
Because I see that in the suttas there are some places where some monks have made them visible, made them like multiple people, and others have cited that.
Okay.
You know, Chulla Pantaka Hamudro story, have you heard?
No.
There was one monk called Chulla Pantaka Sero.
Mm-hmm.
He was kind of not really remembering much. He wasn't really like a studious monk. His brother was also in the order, but he was, from my memory, he was an arahat. So he was kind of trying to encourage his brother to practice properly, but he wouldn't remember much the stances or the practice. So he asked him to leave the robes and go home.
Oh.
And then when he was, this little monk, when he was getting ready to leave the robes and go home, Buddha saw that. And Buddha asked, "What are you doing?" He said, "My brothers asked me to leave." He said, "I'm useless, I'm no use." So he asked me to leave. And Buddha said, "This sasana is not your brothers. Don't worry, my dear son. You don't have to leave. Okay. Do this practice." So Buddha spoke to him and he advised him to do a specific practice. So then this little monk was happy and he took Buddha's words to the heart and he started practicing. In the meantime, what happened? Buddha and his brother and all the other monks had to go for a dana, go out. So the brother didn't call the little brother because he thought he is getting ready to disrobe. So everyone else except him went for that dana. And so while they are there, when they went there, the Buddha asked the attendant, "Oh, where is Pantaka? Why he's not here?" Then everyone looked around. "Oh yeah, he's not here." So Buddha told the attendant to go and bring him there. But Buddha knew exactly what was going on because he knew he was practicing and he knew he had already become an arahat.
Oh, wow.
So when this man went to fetch him, the little monk, he made himself visible like thousands. So when the man went into the temple, he was so confused. There were so many Chullapantakas everywhere. So he was so confused and he came and told the Buddha, "Look, you know, there's 100,000 Chullapantakas there. The monastery is full of Chullapantakas." So then Buddha said, "Well, okay, go back again, and when you see the first one, you catch him, you touch him, you hold his hand, and then you'll be able to bring him here." So when the man went, when he first saw the monk, he touched his hand, and then the story says everything became one, and Chullapantaka Hamadru came to the dana as an arahat. So you see, that's one story. But there have been other stories as well, where the monks, using their psychic powers, have become one and many, and staying in many other places at the same time. They flew through air and a lot of these things. So it's not possible to do with this dense body, but because they were working with this energetic because of the energies, they were working with the energies, I think it was possible. So that is my kind of, trying to understand this and trying to, um, um, compare and see what's going on. Um, I may be wrong, so don't hold on to my words, but you can do your own thinking and think as how, when people have psychic powers, how they can multiply themselves, how they can appear in few places at the same time, how. So to me, this behavior of the electron explained it. When you go into the energetic level, that's really possible because energy is that. You just cannot pinpoint it in one place.
Yeah.
It's subtle, it's so fast. So these things are possible. So your question was, what was your question?
Oh, just like the idea of, because we're only like one person and there's not multiple of us, is there sort of like an observer effect, like an eye in the sky sort of? I guess that's more like a God complex, so it goes against what we practice. But someone observing us is us being particles. But
to answer that, it's like electrons are energies, like it has its own vibration, and it's highly, it's an energy that has a very high frequency. So when someone is watching this behavior, the power of our thought, or our that mere act of just watching, observing, that energy interacts with the energy of that electron. That's what it means. Our energy manages to collapse the wave function. They interact. That's what it means. This is why we say the thought waves are the most powerful waves. They have energy. The mind power. In the energy spectrum, in that frequency, we get like the light waves, what we see from the eyes. Then I forgot exact order, like the X-rays, then infrared, like ultraviolet, microwaves, like that. But it's the mind power, the thought waves, and the energy that produces from our mind, that has the highest kind of the energy. Even than the microwave. Microwave can break and molecule. When you put things into a microwave, inside to a microwave oven, and you switch on and you allow the microwaves to work on, how it heats the food is by shaking the atom, shaking the molecule. So while it's shaking, it produces heat. That motion produces heat. That's why a lot of the people who knows about these energies keep saying, don't use microwaves. It's not good because it changes the atom, it changes the cis transforms, it changes the molecule structure.
Right.
So, if all the molecules are in structures, in bonds, so this breaks the bonds. And there are ways of making the bonds, like cis way and trans way and things like that. So sometimes what happens in these molecule structures, only the cis form is good to us, absorbable and good. if it goes into trance state, it is poison. It's not good for us. So we don't know really when we put the food in there what's going on. So the people who work with this energy level, they say don't use a microwave to warm your food. Just use the hot plate. You just use the old method, the hot plate, the oven, the cooker, whatever that is, because that the food gets warmed up by the heat from outside. It's the heat that warms it up.
Yeah, and not a wave.
That's right. So it's not the molecules being changed, molecules being, shaken. So I don't have a microwave here. Some time ago, I was getting treatments from a naturopath, and he was a healer too. And the first thing he said, I think I had a stomach problem, like I wasn't digesting the food properly. And so due to that, I had so many nutritional problems, not getting enough nutrition into the body. So he said, the first thing, main answer, to treat you, I request you to throw out the microwave.
Wow.
That's one condition that I have to request, because with that condition I will keep on treating you. Otherwise, he said, no point. We can't get nutrition to the body. We really cannot. And I see the point. For a long time, this is going back to about 10 years now, I think, about around there. And we got rid of it, and then we have a small little oven, and also we use the normal induction heat oven to warm our food. So that's the story with these waves. So there are waves that's good for us, there are waves that's not really helpful to us. So the thought waves, the mind waves, has very high energy, and they can really interact with our environment, with others. And this is why we should be very careful about our thoughts, because it not only can damage, destroy the environment, others, and us. So we have to be very, very careful. In the same way, if we control it, there's no other soothing energy like a well-trained mind, proper trained mind releases energy that is soothing and healing, and it helps to build up. It helps the growth, it helps the harmony, it helps the peace, it helps the happiness to others and to oneself. But when our thoughts are chaotic, it's so dangerous. And that's what that movie was showing, how powerful is our thoughts, and how even just the observing act can interact with the outside world, how it can interact with atoms, with electrons, and how it can change their behavior. Do you get me?
I do. Then I have another question.
Yes.
So does that mean the intention of the observer and how that person is feeling also affects the behavior of that electron? Like if they are observing in a good way?
Yes. All right. Remember last time I told you there was a little clip that I wouldn't mind showing to you all, but because I haven't sent to you, I said, never mind, we will watch it next time.
Yes.
I will send it to you now. And in that documentary, it shows how the science has proven this point exactly. Not just, so we know 100% when we observe even the blank, empty observation, that consciousness affects the electron behavior, and how they have gone further and found out how our intentions has a effect, and if we have good intentions, how it affects. If we have bad intentions, how it affects. Good intentions make positive results. The bad intentions make chaos. It destroys.
Okay.
I will send it to you now. I think I can forward it to you to Viber. Let me remember now. Yes, I send it to Anne. So I will send it to you now. So please do your own discussion for a few minutes until I find this and send to you. Okay, just continue discussion among you.
Okay. Does anybody have any more questions?
I wasn't here, so I don't know the movie.
Right. Okay. That's all right. That's all right. It's actually really interesting that the documentary. Maybe I'll put it in the email again.
Okay.
It's long.
So the question that you asked is quite similar to one of the videos we've watched earlier on.
Yeah. So that video is actually in this film as well.
Ah, okay, right.
Yeah. So
Now, hang on a tick, Ekmini.
yes.
It's not allowing me to send from WhatsApp to Viber. It's saying it's too long, blah, blah, blah.
I do have WhatsApp.
That's good. Is it a different number then?
No, it should be the same.
Now, also I want to know, if you have made me the moderator, can I play it from my phone?
I can allow you to share the screen.
Hang on a second. Now, I need to keep this file in a place where I can access, right? It's in a WhatsApp message. So how you're going to play now? If I send it to WhatsApp, how are you going to play?
I can open it through like the desktop version of WhatsApp.
Hang on, yes, you're there. Oh no, it says it's your mom. Did I send it to you or went to your mom? You know, it went to your mom. Your name is not coming up in my WhatsApp. Why is that?
I'm not too sure.
Number as, is it the same number as Viber?
Yes, it is.
How come?
Yes, it did.
See? You see? All energy. Just because we feel we are in this dense body with, and like it was saying, you know, the brain is giving us that picture, image, that how we feel is created by the brain, and we think we are this dense form. We didn't pay attention to this energy level. But when it comes to the energy, you know, they don't have space, time, any limit. They're all connected. So what I think affects, if I want to have an effect on someone who is on the other side of the planet, I can. The thought wave will do that. This is how distant healing happens. This is how telepathy can take place. So it's just we need to learn how to deal with this energy and make use of it. So, any other question? I will pass to you. I need to find this on where I can find in YouTube. Mind science kept hidden from my memory. It's talking about the energies, how our thought energy, mind energy is so powerful, how the ones who are in power don't want people to really realize this, because then they can't control. If we become supermen, superheroes, they can't control. So that's what that documentary was revealing. If you want to watch, we can watch. I mean, there's only 2-3 people today logged in, right?
About 5. But I
Yeah,
think we're group watching together as well.
yeah, we can watch it. Can you type mind science kept hidden?
Yes, I can. On YouTube?
Yeah. Found it?
Yes, I think it's the right one.
So maybe we should meditate a bit, create this energy, and then go and watch it.
Okay.
Because then, yeah, we can watch it until to the end. So before we watch it, maybe we should meditate. You found it, yeah?
I think it's the right one.
It's called Mind Science Kept Hidden. Similar to that lines. Do you want to play it a bit for me to check it?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Then we pause and go and meditate and come back and watch it.
In 1927, at the 5th Solvay Conference on Physics in Brussels, Belgium, a new proposal of mind over matter was...
Looks like it's the great quality one.
Yeah, it has, it sounds like that.
Mm.
So that's a documentary, so we can watch it.
In 1927, at the 5th Solvay Conference on...
I beg your pardon?
We'll meditate first.
Okay.
And then we'll watch it. So yes, let's do some deep breathing. And I also want to ask you, have you been practicing this breathing, waking up early and then taking care of your diet and meditating? Have you been doing all this? Keeping the 5 precepts? I hope so. Anyway, okay, let's start with the Wim Hof method.
Okay.
Like the breath is flowing freely, let the mind follow that too. Let the mind be free from the past and the future. If you're getting hold up in the past, so if you're held by the past, just know that past is a dead past and release your mind. You can't change anything in the past. It has happened and gone. So why get angry? Why become sad? Why we get emotional holding on to that garbage? So just let go of your dead past and free your mind from the past. And if your mind wanders to the future, know that it's a fantasy made. Just mind made, it's a fantasy. Why we become worried, why we let anxiety and worries develop in our mind and suffer when it's only a fantasy? Why watch a fantasy that brings fear to us, that brings anxiety and worries to us, that brings anxiety, sadness, anger? Why? So release this. Stay in the present moment, free your mind from everything. Let the thoughts come in and go, but make sure you don't hold on to them. You don't engage with them. Like the breath, let them flow in and out. You're going to be free, just flowing in the moment, not holding on to anything, but just observe what's going on. Like an inquisitive little child sitting on the pavement watching the traffic, not being in the traffic, not caught up in the traffic, but just watching the traffic from the side. Like that, watch the mind traffic, what's happening, what's going on. But don't get entangled. As long as you're out of it, you won't get crashed. You won't get hurt. So just be an observer. Just observe what's going on. Feel how you feel. Know what's going on in the mind. See the breath. But we are not going to hold on to anything. We are not going to consciously think anything. We are just going to switch off this thinking machine as going to switch on to the observing mode. Just observe. See how fresh is this moment. Just the in-breath and out-breath. Fresh air coming in, polluted air going out. Fresh air coming in, all the carbon dioxide and the polluted matter going out. Purifying the system. That's what's happening in this moment. Be in this moment. The breath is not heavy. It doesn't have any problems. This moment is free. Unless you color it, unless you create a problem. So let's not consciously suffer. Let's not create problems. Let's not paint this in a dark color with a dark color. Let's just Flow freely. Just being an observer. Now let's develop some gratitude. You know, this morning when I was doing the talk for the Women's Federation for World Peace, we were talking about magic of breath. That was the topic for today. So I was telling them how we can live without food for about a month. We can live without water for a few days, but we can't live without air for a few minutes. We need the air. Why? Because we need oxygen. It is this oxygen that's keeping us alive. We cannot live without oxygen more than, probably, depending on the body, about 5 to 10 minutes. That's it. Gone. If we deprive of oxygen more than 5 minutes, gone. No life anymore. So this is what's been keeping us alive, this breath. We should be really thankful to that, keeping us alive. We didn't realize this. This is our best friend who is helping us to be alive. Because we didn't know, we didn't treat it well, we didn't breathe properly, we just allowed the pressure difference to let it take it on its own course. We were lazy to breathe consciously, so we didn't get enough oxygen. So our cells were starving. So we have lots of aches and pains and a lot of diseases, including cancer. It's a cause of not breathing properly. So we need to be so thankful to this breath. It's keeping us well and alive when it's done in the proper order. So it's very important to learn to take these deep breaths here and there and take a lot of oxygen to the system, because we live with oxygen. The cells, the food for the cells is oxygen. So let's be thankful to this oxygen, the breath, bringing in the oxygen and getting rid of the carbon dioxide. Let's be grateful to this process. Let's develop gratitude towards this process. Thank you, breath, keeping us alive and keeping healthy. Sorry we ignored you. Sorry we didn't know the importance of this. Thank you so much for silently working and keeping us alive and healthy. And let's be grateful for the trees that was producing the oxygen. If there was no oxygen outside in the atmosphere, if the air was not rich with oxygen, no point we breathing. No matter how hard we are going to breathe, if it was lacking oxygen, we still can't survive. So it's thanks to the trees, the environment, the trees, that we are alive. They're like our parents feeding us silently, keeping us alive silently, supporting us silently. They don't demand anything. They're so nice and gentle and graceful. They do their own thing. They don't expect anything back in return. They take our rubbish, carbon dioxide in and turn it into oxygen and give it to us. So let's be grateful to the environment, to the trees, to the plants. When we realize the value of this, the trees, the plants, we will not cut them down, we will not hurt them. Instead, we will look after them. We will care for them if we know how helpful they be. They can be there because of the bees, the butterflies, the birds, the animals carrying the pollen, the seeds, and helping them to germinate and to plant and carrying them to far away lands. Trees couldn't walk, but the bees and the butterflies, the birds and the animals did it for them. So without the animals, there won't be trees. So let's be grateful to those animals. If they weren't there, we won't be alive too. They're part of our life. Help us. So let's not kill them. Let's not eat them, but let them be there. Let them do what they have to do to the environment. Let them live a peaceful and happy life and help the environment to keep it in a balanced state. Let's be thankful to all the insects, to the animals. Even the little bacteria is helping. If the bacteria were not there, then we won't be able to get rid of the rubbish. They help to break them down. The insects help to break them down, so we have space to live. Everything has its part. So we must not destroy anything, any life form. We should be grateful that they are there. Let's be grateful to all beings. They all are connected into this system. We are not alone. I can't live alone. My life cannot be sustained alone. It's with the help of everyone else that I'm alive. So let's be grateful to all beings. Let's wish them well. May all beings be safe. May they be well. May they be comfortable. May they be peaceful and happy. May all beings be well, comfortable, peaceful, and happy. Let's carry that thought from this body to the near objects, then slowly encompassing all the living beings, things, the environment around you, going in concentric circles, expanding the environment from the immediate environment to the neighborhood, to the village, to the country, to the world, to the universe, beyond the universe, to multiple universes, to the infinity. To all beings, the weak ones, strong ones, small ones, medium ones, large ones, the seen and the unseen, ones who are born to be born, from near to far, may all beings living all around us, may they be well, comfortable, peaceful, and happy. This developing this gratitude will help us to diminish our selfishness. It will help us to broaden our mind to go into a selfless space, to see the connection between us and others, and see the importance of everyone living in harmony. Because everyone's thoughts, behavior affects everyone. We can't be happy alone. We have to care for each other. Even if we don't go out and do anything, if we can create this energy from the bottom of our heart and think, may all beings be well and happy, it will have an effect on us and others. This is called developing metta. May all beings be well, comfortable, peaceful, and happy. Creating the peace and the happiness and that love. In that documentary, they were talking about love. In the Buddhist way, we don't talk about an emotional, selfish love, but we call it loving kindness. It's a kindness, it's a compassion. It's not an emotion, but it's a deep, caring feeling without bonding, without attachment, but with understanding. May all beings be well and happy. This will help us to relax. This will purify our mind. This will help us to develop our mind, and it will help to raise our vibrations, our frequencies. At the same time, while it's helping us to develop ourselves, it will help the immediate environment and the nature and the things around us. More the higher frequency in the thought waves, more far it can reach, more effect it can have even on far objects. So let's develop our mind. May all beings be well and happy. Let's help ourselves to find peace and happiness, and let others also experience peace and happiness. When oneself becomes peaceful and happy, it helps another to become peaceful and happy. So make this a daily practice. It can help you, it can help your family, it can help neighborhood, it can help everyone in the country, it can help the whole world, the universe, the multiple universes, and it can help all beings, not just us. More we develop, more influence we can do. We can be at service to many if we can develop ourselves, even without lifting a finger. We can do a lot of help to make others feel good, feel better. And to make this place a peaceful, happy place. We can bring harmony onto this earth. So let's try to tap into that pure energy that we have within us. Clear the garbage and purify ourselves and be pure energetic beings. Let's be like angels on earth, going beyond this dense matter, physical matter, and beyond the normal human range and tap into a higher range while living peacefully and happily, and helping others also to ascend to these higher states of mind. May all beings be well and happy. Okay, now bring your awareness back to the body. Relax your body, be aware of your body, the state of your body, how you feel. Is it relaxed? Is it comfortable? If not, release the tensions and be comfortable. Relax. Let's take a slow but a deep breath, counting from 1 to 6. Let's take a deep breath. Hold on to your breath for 6 seconds. Let's breathe out, taking 6 seconds. Slowly, slowly breathe out. Pause your breath for 6 seconds. Now let's take another deep breath. Fill your lungs to the max. Take 6 seconds to breathe in. Hold on to your breath. Look into your mood. How do you feel now? Do you feel better? Do you feel much more peaceful and calm? Just get to know the mood. Recognize the difference before and now. Let's release the breath slowly, slowly, counting from 1 to 6. Pause your breath. Let's take a slow but a deep breath again. Hold on to your breath. Check the mood in this moment. Compare it to before and see whether there's any improvement from this practice. Has it stabilized your mood? Do you feel more peaceful and calm now? We were purifying our minds. We were going beyond our selfish thoughts, self-centered thoughts, and going beyond. We were broadening our mind. See the results of that, how peaceful and calm it brings to us, how peaceful and calm we are now. Notice it, the results of our practice, then slowly breathe out, counting from 1 to 6. Pause your breath for 6 seconds. Allow the breath to go on to its natural rhythm. Okay, let's slowly open up our eyes. Slowly open your eyes and see how you feel. How are you feeling? How are you all feeling? How are you? Are you awake?
Yeah, we're here.
How are you all feeling? Good? Can you all see what this practice is doing to us when we purify our mind and when we develop good thoughts? How it affects us? Can you feel? Hello? Anyone there? Hello. Knock, knock. Yes, tell me. Can you all feel what's happening, what's going on within when we do this practice? Can you all feel when we meditate? It helps us to calm down and it brings some kind of a peaceful happiness within. Did you all experience or not? Hmm? Hello.
Unmute your mics, please, if you want to make a comment. I think that might be good.
Now I'm seeking and comment before we go to the next stage. I want to know whether this is working for you or not. If not, then I have to think of a different way, different technique. I want to check whether this is working for you. So can we make a comment? All right, who is there? Wahansa Costa, what is, I haven't got glasses, so I can't read. What is that name, Puta?
I think it's Wahansa.
Wahansa Costa. Puta, can you please unmute and tell me how you feel when you meditate?
I feel a lot more calm.
Oh, that's good. So it works?
It actually worked. It actually worked.
Good. So continue to practice, yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. Ichika.
Sorry, Mahineen, my microphone wasn't working earlier. I was trying to get it to work. But yeah, I feel a lot calm after the meditation.
Good. Have you been participating on the previous sessions?
I missed like 2 sessions because I have exams these days. Like I have exam tomorrow as well, and I had one last Sunday.
Oh,
Yeah, but it's like and I had a couple of uni assignments as well, so I couldn't really. They were like I was working on it last minute because there was so many.
okay. But thank you for joining today.
Oh no.
Hope it helped and hope to see you in the future too. Y'all can use these tools even when you're, stressed out, when you have to study.
Yeah.
If you have a calm mind, it can really help you all to sort things out. And when you study, it can help to retain what you study when you have a calmer mind. Yeah.
Yeah, like this week was kind of a free week for me, but next 3 weeks is full on. So I think this is really good because considering I have exam tomorrow as well, this really helped me calm things down, slow things down.
Yeah. Thank you. Try to do things early, and if you can devote these 2 hours, yeah? If
Yeah, I
possible.
will definitely try.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck with the exams for tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Rainey.
Sanaka Ratnayaka?
Yeah,
Yes, Putta, how are you feeling?
I feel very relaxed.
Did you participate in the last few sessions?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so are you continuing at home?
Yeah, I'll continue at home.
Very good. Okay, thank you. What about Nokia 6.1? Hello.
Yes.
Have you been participating in the previous ones, Putta?
No, this is my first time.
Right. What's your name?
My name is Sweta.
Sorry?
Sweta.
Are you from the Paramita group or from outside?
Outside.
Ah, good. Okay. So how was the meditation, Putta?
I think I feel more relaxed.
Good.
Feel cool down right now.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Hope to see you in the future sessions too.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Um, okay, what we will do, for you all to understand the importance of developing our mind and purifying it, to tap this hidden energy in us. And you can see when we are energetic and when we use this pure energy within us, anything and everything will become possible. All the miracles will become possible. So this mind science kept hidden documentary talks about some of their research and how they talk about how the miracles are possible and how the Americans and Russians have even used this mind power for their political gains. Like they've been using people who have highly developed states of mind to spy on the other country, on to know what was going on in their military fields, in their secretive services, what they were developing, and all that also. So it's not a hidden thing that people have been using the mind power even on that front. So this documentary, I think it goes for about an hour or more. So maybe we can watch it today because it's the end bit now. Now it's almost 3:40. Maybe we can watch it until 4. And then shall we watch the movie next week, Putta, from the beginning?
Yes, I can do that.
Yeah, because it's okay to watch it even twice because it's something really it gives a lot of information that has taken place in the scientific community and that it wasn't released really in a famous way to the public because they are saying it was hidden consciously because the powers in the world don't want people to tap into their own energy and become powerful because then they can't control. They like to have the idiots, the weak ones, the sick ones. So it's easy for them to control. Yeah. So let's watch this movie until about 4 o'clock. And then next week when we start, we will watch the whole documentary until the end. I want you all to watch these things because then you will understand how important is our mind and how much power we have within us, and when we practice how we can empower ourselves, how we can unleash these energies. And this is exactly what Buddha was teaching us. He, he was teaching us to develop ourselves, to raise ourselves so we can get out from this stress, misery we experience, and also we can be superhuman beings and live a peaceful and a happy life. Okay, so this can help you in many ways in your life, even in your education. It can help you to improve your memory, improve your thinking skills, analytical skills, and in many ways. Okay, let's watch this movie. So before that, let me round this up and share the merits. I would like to share merits with Ekmini Putta and also everyone who is helping to conduct these sessions, and especially with the committee of the Paramita Buddhist Vihara and also all the Dayakas of the Vihara. And especially I would like to pay my respect to all the Bhantes in Paramita Vihara and to the incumbent Venerable Devarakita Thero and also to Venerable Punyaratana Thero. May they be well and happy, whatever their practice. May that practice be successful and may they be able to get enlightened as soon as possible. And may all of you and your parents, your teachers, and your friends, and all beings, may you all find good health, long life, and all of you who participate today and who are listening, may all of you um, benefit from these sessions. May you all develop your understanding. May all the merits that we developed bring causes and conditions for you all to experience good health, long life. And may these merits also generate the energies for you to find success in everything that you do. And may one fine day, may you all be able to develop your mind to be able to understand the Four Noble Truths and be able to find freedom from all physical and mental suffering and attain the bliss of Nibbana in this very life. May you all be well and happy. Sukhi Hotu. So thank you very much for joining today. So let's watch this movie until 4. And if you're happy to even go after that, it's up to you. But we will definitely watch this next week when we start the class. Okay? Take care. Have a good day. May you all be well and happy.